Hey guys, welcome. It's Marcy, the Cranky Crafter. It's Fodder Friday. We made it to another Friday, which is always nice. Today we're back with our watercolors. I'm going to be just using my, the back, it's the lid of my palette because I already had some paints there left over. What did we do last time when we used watercolors? I can't even remember now what we did, but I used the back of my palette and I still have some paint there, so I'm just going to use what I have made up. And I also have some metallics here. This is by MAB Watercolors, M-A-B. I don't know if they call them MAB or if it's actually M-A-B, but it's a company out of the UK. And I have just a couple different palettes of theirs. I love them because they're so super shiny, super, sparkly, but they're not easy for me to get, especially not anymore with all the dumb old tariffs. But don't worry about it if you don't have metallics. Just use your whatever you have. And I have my 8 round. This is actually my older one that doesn't have the super pointy brush anymore, and that actually I find works in my favor, but it's, use whatever size you have, because this is what we're going to be, well, you'll see. I've got a fine liner. This is a 0.05. Again, use whatever you have. This is what I just grabbed. It won't really make any difference. We're making hedgehogs. And these guys make me laugh. Come on. So maybe you can see the metallic a little bit, but like I said, if you don't have metallic, don't worry about it. I just had it and I don't use them that often. I should use them more, but I'm afraid I'm going to run out. But honestly, it would take me a really long time to run out. This guy's a little sleepy guy. He's actually quite little because he's like curled up. This guy's on his back. So you could see his little paws and little feet there. And this one, he's just out strutting his stuff. Got a little plump belly. Very nice, luscious quills going on there. Almost like a train of quills, if you will. But he's funny. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Now, I tend to make like my faces and my little bodies or whatever first and then add the color, like individually from start to finish. If you wanted to make like all your faces and then add all your quills, go for it. I just tend to do one at a time with these guys because it feels like I get to know their personalities a little bit more when I do it that way. But whatever sings to you, then let it sing. Okay, so what we're going to do is start with a little face. Let's do this little guy that's on its back first. So we're going to just make like a little pointy bit and meet in the middle for its little nose. And then make a couple of ears. Again, there's no rules here. And then a couple of eyes. And then I come down just a little bit and make some paws like that. And then just some little feet that stick out like that. I might have left more room up at the top, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And I'm just going to come in here and get some paint. I think I need more water. You're probably seeing my arm a lot because I'm using my palette that's in the back as opposed to the side, which is usually where I have it. And then you're just literally gonna press down from the tip of your brush. You're basically trying to make the quills, right? So they can be as pointy or not as pointy as you would like them to be. I kind of start at the top. And then I kind of round it around, if that makes sense, to like what the shape of their body would be. And then I come over and do the same thing on this side. You can make them as, you know, round little hedgehogs as you want. You're essentially just making little brush marks. And then finish off. You'll kind of get a feel for the shape of it once you know, get it. Does that make sense? Yeah, of course. Once you get it, then you'll have a shape for it. Oh, brother. You know what I mean. This one is looking a little square as opposed to round. I think it's because I don't have a ton of space up here at the top. I didn't leave myself very much space. Don't do like Marcy. Leave yourself more space. And then I kind of come in here a little bit. This basically is like it's his tummy. There is that one. And then I'm going to pull from, I have some metallic purple back here. And I'm just going to kind of drop it in. Just random. Now, if you look at these two, this guy, he's more round. I actually prefer that. This guy is like more squarish, but it will help when we add the fine liner at the end too. Okay, let's go to the next one. What one do we want to do now? How about the little standy upper guy? I'm going to come down a little bit though, because I learned my lesson that time. So you're just going to make kind of a curve and then come back around. This is for his little face. And then make a little belly as big as you would like or as small. And then come in and give him a little foot like that. And then I give him an ear, a little nose, little eye. And then this one also I gave a little paw, like a paw too. So this is like a side angle, right? Let's see, what color do we want? How about green? So come up here, start. And then just make your little line, dotty lines. And you can give them as many as you would like. Like that one? I think that's good. Like, I don't know why they make me laugh, because I'm not laughing at you. You're very, very cute. That's why. And then I'm just going to drop in some sparkle. The sparkle will show more when it's dry, kind of like when we did the leaves. All right, that's another one. Okay, let's see. Should we do a sleepy one? Yeah, let's do sleepy one. Okay. So kind of the same face shape as that one. And then come down this one, and I give him a couple paws like that. A little nose, and then this guy gets a little sleepy eye. Okay. Let's see. I feel like this section right that you do first is kind of like their bangs. So to me, it kind of like starts how it's gonna look. This one, I didn't allow myself enough space, so not that keen on that one, but hey, he's still cute. And you could, make multicolor, like drop in other colors too. It doesn't have to be just one, color if you didn't want it to. Like, what can we drop in with that? Maybe some purple. You kind of want to drop it into the quills that you've already made though, to keep them a little bit defined, if that makes sense. There. Ooh, he's cute. And then I'm going to come in. I've got some little purple bits. There. I suppose you could give them little mouths too if you wanted, like a little smiley mouth. If you wanted to, do a little smiley face. Okay, what's next? How about, I guess we've done all of them except for this little guy. This little guy, his little snout they always look different. I can't ever make them the same. I suppose that's with everything I do though. I can't make them the same. So you're going to do it basically like this, just go in the other direction. And then you're going to come down. See, this one's going to be funny. Give him a little nose. And maybe a little paws. This needs to be wider. Ear. Eye. He's gonna look a little wonky because the shape of his face is not ideal. It's fine. He probably thinks the shape of his face is lovely. So we're gonna think that too, right? Okay, so just gonna come out and give him a little bit of he's also a little guy, just like the sleeping one. That's the thing, is you can make them, whatever size you would like. Maybe he's got more coming out the top to try to, maybe he likes his hair like that. All right, he's a little bit wonky. That one's a little wonky. And then I got some sparkly blue that we're going to come in with. His face, this is kind of what I would prefer it be. His face is a little, I'm not even sure how to describe that, but we're here for it. Oh, brother. All right, what else? Let's see, what other can we do? Oh, how about one where it's like, it's like all curled up on its back, so you don't see like maybe the feet and stuff. So maybe just the face, ears, eyes. Yeah, and then like he's all curled up in a ball. Let's see. What color can we do? Let's try a new color. Maybe this color. It's like a tealy, color. Tealy? Is that a word? I don't know. Okay. So this one's gonna hopefully just be round, because he's like all scrunched up in a little ball. So all you can see is his little face. No paws, no little feet, no toes. Like that. Like that. Oh, okay. And then just add a little sparkle in there. Okay, that one. That's just a little tiny face in there. All right. Oh, geez, I just wrote all over myself. And then maybe one more. Where are we at? Maybe another. What if we had one that was kind of like the face like that, but standing? Yeah? That. And then do ears, eyes. And then what if we did like paw, and maybe he's standing like that. Whoa. Okay, let's try it. This one just keeps cracking me up because oh boy, his face is something else. Okay, so this guy, he's just gonna be like standing, but facing front, as opposed to like that guy who's on his side. So, just like that. do we think about that? Maybe a little bit more on the inside. Oh, he's cute. Okay, let's find some, let's get some purple. Purple sparkles. Okay, let's do a couple more just to finish off the page and then we'll cut. Should we try another? Let's see if we can do justice for this guy. Why does this one always mess me up so much? I think I make the nose dip too big or something. Let's try it again. Yeah, maybe. Nope, I still think it's not good. I still think it's... Oh, brother. All right, let's try it. It's maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Why can't I make it like that again? I think I'm coming up too short here. It's fine, you guys. They don't mind. Do ya? You guys don't mind. There's something about that shape that Marcy is not getting right. So hopefully you guys have an easier time with it. It's like I need to bring that in some more. I don't know. I need to practice this one apparently. It always works in my head. And then we get to real life and it it doesn't look much different. Here's the goal. Can you even see it? Here's the goal. His little nose looks better. It's fine. Let's do another one of these. I think this guy might be my favorite. If we can have favorites. Yeah, see, I think this needs to come down more. Bring it down and then put his feet. Okay. Let's do one more of these little standy uppy guys. So, let's see. That. See, it's for whatever reason I can do it better on that side. Maybe I need to flip these guys over. No, it probably still wouldn't work. I probably still wouldn't do it right. And make them a little belly. And then a little foot. Ear. Eye. Little paw. Oh, I didn't give him his nose. There we go. Okay, what should be our last color? Oh boy, let's do this color. It's kind of like a purpley pinky color. Okay. kind of feel like I like them to stick out. Because when they're like this, standing on the side, it makes me think that their quills would be rounded. Don't ask me. I'm terrible with like visualizing 3D stuff. That is not my forte. What do we think? What do we think about him? Ooh la la. Now we can give him some sparkles. Okay. Do we like that? I think it needs maybe some right next to its face like that. All right. Okay, I'm gonna dry. Hold, please. Okay. Look at how sparkly my water is. Ooh. All right. Now, I'm gonna come in and just do the outline. This one, since I didn't leave myself that much space, but I basically just kind of do little jagged kind of thing. This top bit's gonna be something. And then just because I like to, I usually go over it twice. You don't have to do that. And then just carry on with the rest of them. Like, looks like he's got a mohawk. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's a little sleepy guy. He's sleeping, just minding his own business. He's like, wake me up when it's spring. This one, these two, oh boy. How about, let's hope that the zigzags save these guys a little bit. It's gonna take a lot. Gonna take a lot of saving. What? Looks like, oh yeah. Looks a little frazzled. So try to be like loose with your zigzags. These are a little bit too tight, I think. Oh, brother. What'd you guys do today? Well, we made some electrified hedgehogs over on Marcy's channel. It's like, that sounds fun. I want to make electrified hedgehogs. All right, that helped a little bit. This one maybe just needs kind of some hair treatment, like hair product. Maybe one of their good friends will let them know and borrow some. Okay, there's there's that bit. Oh boy. Never know what's gonna happen here on the Cranky Crafter. Electrified hedgehogs. Well, somebody's got to do it, right? Let's start. So then I just kind of move the paper as opposed to trying to move my scissors. And I'm not really trying to follow them perfectly, if that makes sense, because that would just be way too much for me. If you want to do that, more power to you, but I don't think I want to get that finicky. There's sleeping guy. This one, I don't even know what to say about this one. Do you think I should try to cut that little bit out of there? Or is that just going to make his nose even more? I'm going to leave it because that, I think, will just make his nose even more elongated. He needs it. Yeah, all right. So we finally get our new windows installed next week. Excited about that. Don't do as I did, not leave enough room at the top. Leave yourself more room at the top of your paper. So yeah, they're going to be here bright and early Monday morning. I don't know how long it's going to take, but hopefully not a super long time because yeah, he's a little square. Maybe I can round him off a little bit. That's a little better. A little, not as square. Hopefully it doesn't take too long because we've been getting into the low 30s and it's gonna make my house quite cold when the windows are out. But it'll take as long as it takes. So we'll get that done, and then I'm going to call somebody out and have them, we're going to get new window treatments for it once we get the new windows in, because I really like the curtains that I have up there now, but it's so sunny in there that they have faded immensely, and so I have like all of the same curtains, but they all look like they're different colors because they have faded, you know, at different rates depending on which side the sun is on. So it looks a little interesting. So I'm gonna try to find some new ones. I don't know what I'm gonna go with this time. If I'm gonna do like blinds. The new windows that we're getting are just picture windows. You can't open them, which quite frankly is fine because it's so darn dusty here that I rarely open the ones that are there now. I more often will open the sliding door that's in there. So I think it'll be fine. So I just have to decide what kind of window treatments I want. Not curtains again, because I think that will do the same thing. He's cute. So we'll go with like blinds or, well, probably blinds of some sort. And probably, I'm guessing maybe like white, you know, like faux wood grain or something. That's what we have throughout other places in the house. So then I don't have to worry about the color fading and stuff. I'm assuming at some point I might have to get them restrung because the sun might rot out the strings. I don't know. That's a problem for later. Not now. But it will be exciting to have big picture windows in there. They're going to be the same size, obviously, but what we have now, you know, has like vinyl frame. And this will just be big panes of glass. So I can, you know, see the birds and stuff without any kind of barrier, really. Until I have to add, you know, some kind of vinyl clings or something so the birds stop hitting the wall, hitting the window. Oh, because they keep hitting the window. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. I got these little guys. And this little guy. I think I like these little guys the best. Which one do you guys like the best? Now, this is what I want it to look like. This is what I made this time. Oh, brother. It's like let's see. This is what I want. This was what I did, and then this is what I did. Yeah, it needs to be bigger. Needs to be bigger and come swoop down more. Yeah, okay, it's all right, guys. It's okay. We love them all. Love them all. All right, that's another Fodder Friday. I'm not sure what's coming up for Monday. If I can get something recorded, I will over the weekend. That way you'll have it before, you know, the construction, because obviously I can't record while they're doing all that loud noise stuff. But maybe, maybe not. Otherwise, we'll do Watercolor Wednesday and be back in our lesson book. So give me a like, subscribe, that would be great. Try out some hedgehogs, so I want to see your guys's. Post them in my community page if you make some, or if you see me in other groups somewhere else. Let me see what you come up with. Yeah, and I'll see you next time.